Breaking news! You get no bitches!
I decided to watch Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate, and I regret everything. I regret turning the TV on, I regret turning Peacock on, I regret pressing the button to watch Megamind vs. the Doom Syndicate. I regret it all, because this movie is the worst movie I have ever watched.
Know your fucking place, trash!
This movie is genuinely terrible, and the ratings make sense. Right now, Rotten Tomatoes, the audience score is 6%. And you know what justifies this even more? I always look at the audience rating, but when I see the critics score also agree with the audience score, that tells me you did a really bad job with the movie. Because both of these are below 10%. Below 10% is crazy. And you know what's even crazier? I didn't even finish the movie. I stopped 40 minutes in because of how bad this movie was. I went through it and watched 40 minutes. 40 minutes of pure, straight trash. Garbage. You know what? I'm going to pull up a thesaurus for garbage. Give me a second. Junk, scrap, waste, discarded matter, muck, scraps, litter, debris. This movie collages all those words into one epitome of trash, and I genuinely believe this is the worst movie I have ever watched. I believe I would rather watch paint dry. I think I would watch Madam Web 10 times before I would watch this again.
Back with another milk. Help! Help! Help me!
Words aren't even enough to describe my disappointment with this movie. It took what we loved in 2010 and it threw it all the way into trash. It doesn't even look the same. I mean, I don't know what they did to the colors in the movie or anything like that, but it looks so deafened down. It looks so... It doesn't look like an animated film, if that makes sense. It looks like the pre-production to what the actual movie would look like. It's almost like when Valorant was leaked. Everything before the full game release, and you could tell that the characters were in its model state. They were still trying to develop everything. This movie looked like a developmental stage. It didn't seem like this was ready to come out at all. The script was terrible. The colors were terrible. The movie was boring. There was no action. Everything was just off. Everything was terrible. I mean, I'm gonna put an image up between Megamind before in 2010 and Megamind now, and you're gonna think, whoa, isn't this flip? Shouldn't the 2010 one be the 2024 one? No, that's how bad it was. They freaking they went back 20 years. I have not seen this bad animation in so long. There was so much dead space. It almost felt like one of those PlayStation 2 cutscenes where everything was just blurred out and you're only looking at the character. It felt 1D. It's almost like this movie had no budget at all.
I have no money!
Zero budget to work off of. It felt like everything put together in this movie was the bare minimum. It wasn't creative, it wasn't unique in any way, it didn't add anything to the story. You're wondering why this movie was even made.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
It's sad seeing how they continued from the 2010 version to now. It felt like a toddler show with the script just trying to doing the bare minimum to engage someone, and that might be even a disservice to those toddler shows, because this is probably worse. I remember watching the Disney shows with my little sister when she was younger, and I say this truly from the bottom of my heart. The animation in that was better than what was shown here. Like Sophia the First, Paw Patrol, the animation in those were significantly better than Megamind vs. Doom Syndicate. It was that bad. It felt like a movie that was released in 2000s. Nothing about this movie is good. This movie has zero redeeming qualities. After the movie, so what my plan initially was I was gonna watch this movie first, and then I was gonna watch the original Megamind movie, because I knew how bad this was gonna be. But I couldn't even get through it. And so I went on YouTube and I searched up Megamind, and I saw a 3-minute clip from the movie on YouTube. Those 3 minutes were 1,000 times better than the movie I had watched 40 minutes of. It was a clear comparison between amazing movie and dog poop. I mean, this was the biggest poop ever. And in 3 minutes of watching a YouTube clip of the movie, you could tell the instant difference. In the 3 minutes that I watched, I was more engaged. I wanted to watch it. There was more action. There was more enthusiasm. The actors and actresses cared. Everything about that movie is substantially better than what we got here. I just wanted to talk about how bad this movie was, because I can't believe the downgrade that I just witnessed. I seriously can't. Another thing that just confuses me is, why did this movie need a second, and why is it coming 14 years later with no advertising, no commercials, nothing, just no promotional aspect of this movie coming out? All this movie did, this movie was set out to fail from the start, with no budget, no promotion, nothing being done to it. And apparently there's a show too, which did terrible. I'm not even surprised. I'm not even going to watch it. I can't. I couldn't even get through the movie. Well, I'm not getting through the show. Who am I kidding? I wanted to turn off the movie after 10 minutes. When 10 minutes went by, I thought that was like 2 hours. I can't lie. I thought we were coming to the end of the movie. And nope. It read 10 minutes. The villains were like the Z-Tech Avengers, bro. Oh, dude, nothing about this movie was good. This was painful. I didn't even have to talk about the villains. That's how unmemorable this movie was. This movie was so sad and a real dumpster fire. This movie makes Madam Web look good. But yeah, peace.